Hey, today we will be reacting to what every state in the US is best and worst at. I'm ready to learn, so without further ado, let's get right into it.
There are 50
Alright,
states in the
here
US,
we go,
and all
here
of
we
them are
go.
both best and worst at something. So let's start off alphabetically with Alabama, which is the best at college football, having won 16
college football,
national
nice.
championships, but also has the worst student math scores in the country and the least amount of people that walk to work. Over in
But we have to remember everyone is best and worst at something. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Alaska, they have the highest average salaries at $44,350 per year.
Damn,
They also have the nation's highest violent crime rate, rape rate, violence against women rate, and the highest DUI rate.
That is surprising. I didn't expect that, but they're making some money out there, huh?
Arizona is both the sunniest state with an average 193 clear days per year.
Ayo, I might move there. In Finland, we don't get many sunny days per year, so I want those.
And the hottest, with an average temperature above 100 degrees Fahrenheit in
okay, I might
midsummer.
not move
Arkansas
there
has
after
the
all.
nation's highest rate of dog ownership, with 48% of households owning one, but also has the highest divorce rate.
Highest divorce rate? Dang. Well, it has to be somewhere, right?
California, meanwhile, has both the largest population and economy of any state.
Largest population and economy. So yeah, they big. They big.
39.5 million people, which is more people than live in all of Canada. If California was
Yeah.
an independent country, it would have the world's 5th largest economy, ahead of the UK and
Damn. Fifth
India.
largest
But
economy in
California
the
also
world.
has the worst air pollution and smog in the country. Colorado has
surprising.
America's lowest obesity rate at just 22% of the population, but at the same time has the highest rate of fatal motorcycle accidents.
Those don't correlate really, right? That's the most boring looking state in my opinion. God damn.
Next up in Connecticut, they have the best broadband internet connection and the most dental visits, but also the worst economic inequality, which can perhaps be best seen by the nearby cities of Bridgeport, one of America's poorest cities, and Fairfield, one of her wealthiest. Delaware is a well-known tax haven, so largely due to that, over 60% of Fortune 500 companies are incorporated in the state.
But that's very interesting. It's such a small state too. I didn't know that between the states, the tax laws and everything differ.
Delaware is also considered America's most boring state, with the worst rated nightlife and the fewest movie theaters per capita.
God damn. Most boring state. Someone has to get the title of that too. I know. It's mean, but someone has to be the most boring state.
Florida is both America's flattest state and the one most impacted by hurricanes, and so because of that, it is the most vulnerable state to future climate change. Georgia,
where was the good thing? Wait.
Capita. Florida is both America's flattest state.
Where's the good thing? What the fuck? Wait.
And the one most impacted by hurricanes.
Best and worst at. So they are the best at being flat? What? Hey, yo. Florida, come on.
And so because of that, it is the most vulnerable state to future climate change.
What the fuck?
Georgia has the highest quality roads in America, but also has the worst traffic, with the worst bottleneck for trucks in the entire country being
it is what it is.
Located right here in Atlanta. Faraway Hawaii has the highest rated healthcare services and the highest life expectancy, but it's also the most expensive state to live in with the nation's highest homeless rate. Idaho is America's most entrepreneurial state, but is also home to the most hate.
I'm sorry about the dog if you can hear it. I'm really sorry about that. He's barking for some reason.
Idaho is America's most entrepreneurial state, but is also home to the most hate groups per capita with 7.1 hate groups per million people.
God damn, man. That's a lot of hate groups, eh?
Illinois has the healthiest teeth, but also has America's highest pollution health risk and the lowest fiscal stability rank. Meanwhile,
so it's not the healthiest, but they have the healthiest teeth at least.
While Indiana is the best state at high school basketball, but also has the largest number of meth labs.
Bro. What? God damn. Best high high school basketball though. Respect.
At the same time, Iowa has the lowest divorce rate while also having the lowest number of LEED certified buildings per capita.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Kansas is the nation's largest producer of wheat, but also has the lowest growth rate among young people at -1% per year.
Okay, so young people don't want to live there. It is what it is.
While also being ranked as having America's ugliest natural scenery. Kentucky is home to the longest cave system in the world, but also has the highest rate of adult asthma, at 12% of the state's population. Louisiana,
damn.
Meanwhile,
That's a
is
lot.
home to America's largest port, the Port of Southern Louisiana, which handles 60% of all grain the country exports. But the state also has the highest incarceration rate, with 0.8% of the entire state's population currently sitting in jail.
That might not seem like a lot, but that's a huge amount.
Maine has the lowest violent crime rate and is also America's least diverse state, with a
So it's
population that is 94% white.
Okay.
Maryland leads the country in highest household income, which averages $80,000 per year, but people here also have the highest debt-to-income ratio. Massachusetts,
that's such a high amount of money,
is the most educated state, with over 40% of the population holding a bachelor's degree, but also has the lowest birth rate and was the first state to ban happy hour.
Ban happy hour? Ban happy hour? God damn, okay. The laws between the states differ so much, I had no clue. Honestly, I didn't know that they differ so much.
Simultaneously, Michigan has the most golf courses per capita of any state, but also has the worst rated state government integrity, with very low scores in both transparency and accountability. Minnesota is the state where people spend the most money per capita on recreational activities, but also has the most severe winters in the country, with temperatures that plummet down to -60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Seems like a place for a Finnish person to move to. Seems like home.
Cold enough to give you frostbite in under 5 minutes. People in Mississippi, meanwhile, spend the most time watching pornography, with
Bruh.
statistics showing that the average user from the state spends 11 minutes and 33 seconds on the site. Mississippi also has the nation's highest poverty rate, worst rated healthcare services, highest infant mortality rate, and where you're most likely to die in a car crash.
Why does Mississippi seem like such a bad place? What?
Missouri has the nation's cheapest gas, but was also the site of America's worst dioxin disaster back in 1983. Montana has the highest high school graduation rate at 93%, but also has the worst access to the internet. Nebraska
Worst access to the internet. Oh man. That must suck.
is home to America's most reliable power grid and also has the highest rate of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Carbon? What the fuck? These, like, some of these are so random.
Nevada, unsurprisingly, makes the most tax money from gambling and also has the highest rated nightlife.
So Las Vegas, huh? I want to visit Vegas someday.
But at the same time has the lowest ranked social environment. New Hampshire has the country's lowest poverty rate, but also has the highest cocaine usage among young adults, with 10.5% of that population admitting to trying it within the past year. New Jersey.
That's a lot. God damn, dude. Cocaine. Cocaine is such a big problem.
Jersey has the lowest suicide rate and also has the lowest rated short-term fiscal stability. Meanwhile, New Mexico is the best at choosing the winner of presidential elections. They've only been wrong 3 times since 1912.
Wow. That's a good percentage for sure.
Unfortunately, the state also has the lowest rated public safety, with the highest arson and grand theft auto rates in the country.
Dude, some of these states, the first fact is so nice and dandy, and then the second one just ruins it.
Because of those, it's ranked as the worst state to raise a family in.
Just the second fact just ruins it.
While New Mexico may be good at picking them, more presidents and vice presidents have origins in New York than any other state, with 7 presidents and 11 vice presidents.
I think that makes sense. I think that really makes sense.
But New York also has the highest taxes and highest abortion rate in the country, with 2.4% of women having had one.
What's the tax though? How How high is the tax?
North Carolina has the highest quality preschools, but also the lowest number of libraries per capita. North Dakota is ranked as having the highest quality of life while also having the worst alcohol problem.
Highest quality of life, worst alcohol problem. Go hand in hand, right?
24.7% of adults drink excessively in the state.
Oh.
Ohio is America's most affordable state to live in, but it may not be worth it if you have allergies, as 7 out of the top 35 cities worst for allergies are located here. Oklahoma is home to the largest casino in the US, but also has the lowest salaries for teachers at just $39,306 per year.
Largest casino. I thought it would be in Vegas, but okay. That's a funny looking state, isn't it?
While also being the location of the most deadly tornadoes.
Why is it shaped like that?
65 since 1950. Oregon has the highest number of craft breweries per capita, and it's the only state I couldn't find anything they were the worst in.
Now that's a flex. That's a big flex.
So congrats. Pennsylvania grows the most organic mushrooms, and it's where you have the highest probability of hitting a deer while driving. 1 in 63 odds.
Deers are so funny. They just always seem to want to get hit.
Meanwhile, Rhode Island has the lowest number of fatal industrial accidents per capita while also having the worst quality roads and bridges.
Worst quality of roads and bridges, damn. Is that the smallest state? Genuine question.
South Carolina produces the most nuclear energy per capita, but also treats their elders the worst of any state. South Dakota is the most hunter-friendly state, with 26% of the population taking part, but also has the nation's highest employment and income gap by race. Tennessee has the highest number of caves, but also the lowest number of dentists per capita.
Lowest number of dentists. A lot of these facts have had something to do with teeth.
Texas produces the most wind energy and has the highest migration rate, with over 1,000 people moving here every day. But Texas also has the lowest voter participation at just 39% of the population and the worst nursing home quality.
Why do so many people want to move there? What is so enticing about Texas?
Utah has America's highest church attendance at 53% of the population going at least once per week, while also having the highest rate of skin cancer diagnosis.
God damn, okay.
Vermont is ranked as the most equal state in terms of gender employment and income, but also has the highest college tuition fees.
Highest college tuition fees. There have been some like big complaints about how expensive college is in the US. So how expensive is it really? How much does it cost to go to college on average?
Virginia, meanwhile, has the lowest overall asthma rate while kind of contradictorily having the highest toxic pollution rate.
Yeah, those two don't go hand in hand, huh?
With 20 pounds of waste per square mile. Washington is America's most bicycle-friendly state and weirdly has the worst invasive snail problem.
Invasive snail problem, bro. So these are wild.
Back over in West Virginia, you'll find the most equal state in terms of education level and income by race. But the state also has the highest obesity rate at nearly 38% of the population.
That high? 37%.
Lowest amount of people with a college degree at just 19%, and the highest death rate related to opioid overdoses. Second to last is Wisconsin, which is the largest producer of cheese but has the lowest equality in jailing by race, with over 1% of the state's minority population currently residing in jail. It is America's least populated state. Only 579,000 people live here.
Only 579,000. Okay.
Less than the population of Milwaukee. This low population means that a resident of this state has 3.6 times the voting power in a presidential election than a resident of California does, thanks to how the Electoral College works.
Interesting, actually, interesting. That's a boring looking state too.
But Wyoming also has the highest number of fatal industrial accidents per capita and the lowest job growth rate in the country, at negative 0.6% per year.
Yeah, right. That was an interesting video. It was quite rapid fire and I had difficulty following at some points, but a great video nonetheless. And honestly, I learned some stuff. For sure. But yeah, without further ado, that's the video. If you like this kind of content, you can leave recommendations in the comment section of what you want to see me react to next. Also consider subscribing and leaving a like. I would appreciate it a lot. As always, have a fantastic day.